I just look pretty.
It's like a Japanese guitarist.
Yeah, well, I gotta go.
You guys, at this point, you haven't found a way to respond to me in real life with that thing you've always sent me on Snapchat.
Wait, what?
Oh, that bass.
Yeah, my favorite thing.
I love it.
Is there anything else you need to get out of your system before we start?
Tampons.
Ooh, Cocchi.
I'm good.
All right.
Butter. Okay. Is it already recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You done?
Yeah, sorry.
Hi guys, my name is LJ, and you're watching Drift and Die Press.
God damn it.
Subtlest of movements.
You're like a cat. It's like.
Thinking about the things we do when we get in front of a camera with LJ DeWitt.
Yes, tip of the teeth, tongue, and lips.
Just listen to us breathe for a little.
Just got like a catcher's mitt, the cocks flying
Caught
at
him.
him.
I expected this to be a hard interview to wrangle. I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
That's what she said.
Are you done?
I'm done now.
Hi guys, my name is LJ, and you're watching Drift and Die Press. We are in Lakewood, Ohio tonight. I almost said Cleveland. It's the same, same thing.
Nice. Good work.
There we go.
There it is. Sort of Cleveland, right? Like next to Cleveland. He had one job. No, he did it. That's when we're on stage. I think, so.
Screw tractor.
You know, I think I'm just going to abandon the intro for this
Sure.
at this point. All right. You've been here enough. You don't need to introduce yourself. I mean, you're in every interview.
I mean, look
you're
at me.
technically in every interview.
I mean,
I
I'm
am.
there with you sometimes, even when it's not an echo
in the
black,
background.
just
Yeah.
places.
Okay, but for the rest of you, introduce yourselves and roles in the band and a random fact.
Random fact.
A random fact. Okay. I'm Billy. I play the drums and sometimes the keyboard. And I made them all listen to Sinatra on the way over here.
Ah, okay. I'm Danny. I'm the vocalist of the band, and the first CD I think I ever bought with my own money was Cher's Believe. And I think I'm proud of that fact.
Do you believe in
be.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
Danny?
Absolutely.
I was listening to that record when I was getting ready to come over here.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's the best.
Hello, everybody. I'm Skiver. I melt faces, and I really like possums. They're adorable.
Rob Gnarly, I keep the low end down in Echo Black, and when I was 13, I ran away from military school to go see the Bouncing Souls, and never looked back.
I'd be scared to know how you ended up in this band. It has to be an interesting story, right?
It's more about how he stayed in the band. Really.
A good friend of mine who we referred to as Rockstar Phil was playing bass for Danny Blue at the time, and I had literally just finished up my last final in college, and Phil called me like during my final critique and said, "Hey, you want to go on tour with this band? They need a bass player." And I think, hey. But so I showed up to the first rehearsal, and they showed me some filthy videos, and I was like, oh, I could go on the road with these guys.
One specific.
Oh, come on, it evolved into more from there.
We can't be that bad. There's got to be worse bands than us. There's got to be.
I'd rather have a band that was too out of control than the ones that like just
Give you nothing.
yeah.
Boring people.
Okay.
A little Hillary shuffle.
What did you just say?
Little Hillary shuffle.
Hillary shuffle.
First, I thought you said Hitler.
No, I'm not that person.
There is a swastika on the wall in the not in,
In the
here.
venue.
Yeah, in the venue.
I didn't put it there. I can't take responsibility for Ohio before I arrived.
Yep.
So you guys drive yourselves. What is the weirdest, most fucked up thing you've seen on a drive?
I think the weirdest thing we've done on a drive is going south on a North Highway, backwards. If everyone remembers that. So we blew a tire on the way to Indianapolis on a tour in 2015, and we were in a shoulder, and the only place I could fix the tire was behind us. So we just slowly crept up the shoulder in reverse until we got to the exit, and then slowly got off the. But just watching the bus go backwards on the highway, I think is probably pretty solid for everyone who walked past us.
Let's not
Drove
forget
past us.
breaking down on the side of the road like our truck overheating and then having to
Oh, yeah,
fill up
filling the-
water bottles from a spring next to the
the
highway.
spring with
Pour in
water
the
bottles.
radiator.
Yeah,
Just like hop in the
That was
highway
solid.
barrier, holding all these old water bottles.
as many water bottles as we could find. Yeah,
So our bus is
Piece of shit
cooled by
bus.
natural spring water.
it's very green, the bus.
I think you guys probably hold the record for the most times a bus has broken down in a tour out of any band I've ever met.
I mean, we only had the bus for a quarter, maybe less than a quarter of the actual tour. The rental.
That band Folly from New Jersey actually put out an album called, I think it was called These Are Names of Places Our Van Broke Down. They put a whole EP out and just gave every song a title of a location where they broke down.
It's realistic though.
Listen to
The
it.
part that broke.
In the lyric.
It was just the City and State. I think it was like a 6-track EP.
Missed out.
Yeah.
So if you, for an entire tour, could only play 6 albums out loud in the van, between the entire band,
Wow.
what would it be?
This album's out loud.
I mean, definitely a Sinatra
6
album.
That's fine. Oh man.
So Rob gets no albums.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't listen to Rob's stuff. It's mostly just recording.
The Birthday Massacre in the Dark. I think that would be a solid one.
Yeah.
We'd all enjoy that one.
That'd be a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good. Probably. I mean, I always played Bad Out of Hell at some point, cover to cover. And I mean, I always play a Sinatra album, so Wee Small Hours maybe. That's good. Nice one. Nice old Sinatra.
Maybe like a
Something dancey.
somebody's greatest hits though. Somebody like a Celine, or something, you know, like a long album. Like, it's like 26 tracks.
That last tour, we did listen to Adele's album quite a lot, like a lot all the way through. It's like more than I ever thought I'd listened to Adele in my life. But now I'm just like, found myself telling people like, "Have you heard this album?" They're expecting me to be like, "Yeah, what are you gonna tell me about the new Job for a Cowboy album, Rob?" It's like,
I got nothing.
Okay, I'll take one of his then. Streetlight Manifesto.
Oh, sure.
There's somewhere in the between.
Yeah,
We usually
for sure.
play that album
Yeah.
all the way through. It gets us pumped for stuff. It's great.
ska bands are dying because they can't keep up with how good Streetlight is.
Maybe like a Louis C.K. album. Like
Yeah.
One live
Yeah,
Louis
yeah,
C.K.
yeah.
or something like that.
Louis C.K., Jim Jeffries, one of
Yeah,
his
yeah.
routines, and-
It's pretty good. That's around 6.
Jeffries at least once a tour. We gotta count that.
We'll get there eventually.
It's eclectic.
Yeah. April 18th.
Do you know what you want your funeral song to be?
Something I write.
I've asked you this question before in a Skiver interview. Do you remember what you
I
said?
do not remember what I said. Do you remember what I said?
I do remember
What
you
did I
said.
say?
You said that I don't need a funeral song because vampires don't die.
That's it though. That's it.
I want my funeral song to be Goddess by Skiver.
Ooh.
The song that they hate playing.
Hate playing. I love playing that
Oh,
song.
I thought you guys hated that
Oh
song.
no, maybe the rest of the guys do. I love it.
I love that song. That song's lit.
I have no idea. Probably something upbeat and dancey, so it's not like a doldrums. I don't like that. Like big party.
Something from Faulkner. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Pipe organ.
Yeah,
sure.
A nice 20-minute opera.
Yeah.
Just to make them suffer.
To
a little
make
bit
all those
longer.
people sit through it.
This is my last wish. Come on. What are you gonna do? Walk out? No, you're not.
No, can't
You're
do
gonna
it.
sit there and
Can't
listen to it.
leave the That's right.
You're gonna fidget.
That's
and
right.
You're gonna listen to it.
All right, so right before this tour, you were in the studio for a while. I know because I was getting some pictures of creepy paintings on my Snapchat.
Creepy what?
Creepy paintings.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The cursed painting that got
Yeah.
our entire band
Yeah.
sick.
The cursed painting.
We
Yeah.
actually all got sick during that recording session. It went incredibly well, but it was just like rough. I never like. I always think it's weird when you have to call out of work on a spring, but like Felix had a fever. I got bronchitis. It was all sorts of. It was evil from that painting.
I'm surprised you didn't get sick from just me sending you the painting.
Did you ever cover it like I told you to?
No.
You put salt on it?
No. I let it do whatever it wanted
He
to
didn't
me.
burn enough sage in the room he slept in, and I blame him entirely. That's his own undoing.
Anyways, so can you talk about anything with the new album at all?
Sure.
It's gonna be
It's
awesome.
it's actually well, really though, it's actually gonna really be awesome. It's super eclectic. I think it draws from like so many different places. We have acoustic songs. We have a 9-minute track that has movements, thanks to Bill. We have dance songs, we have rock songs, we have pop songs, we have pop rock songs. We have, it's really ranges. I think everything that we are inspired by, I think is actually included finally in one giant place. It's gonna be 12 songs long. I can tell you about that.
I would love to give a shout out to Walter DiCristino, Silk City Grooves and Axel Ghost as well. They had made the process like so warming, and just it was the best recording process I've ever had, hands down. And it was, by the end, I was like just blown away by what we accomplished as a band doing that. Especially like the timeline and what we were working with. It was definitely the best recording session I've had in my life, and I can say that in the utmost confidence.
Out of all the songs you've written, whether it be on the new album or prior, which one you've been the most emotionally invested in?
Emotionally invested in?
Are you talking track-wise, or are you talking... because the album has a story arc, really. If it has a flow to it. It starts somewhere, and then it takes you somewhere, which is kind of nice. And it's something we haven't really been able to do, because you can't do that on an EP.
The single.
Yeah.
That was the most exciting part, was to create a story with music, because we've only been able to do like single by single by single, and kind of take people on that kind of journey. But it's very brief. It's very brief. So this is like, again, like starting somewhere and taking somebody somewhere else, and then getting them to end in a different place than they started in, I think is important.
Yeah. It took us on a journey too, because it doesn't start out in the same place. You don't know necessarily where it's going to go until as it starts to come together. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just a couple of songs,
right.
and then as production
you
starts
realize
to happen,
that we just work here. So
that's it. Anybody else?
You got 2 bands to choose from in this one.
Oh, I wasn't thinking. I was just kind of,
Felix is just
emotionally invested in is a strange question to ask me for a song, considering, I don't know, like, when I was writing most of the tracks, I was just like, I wasn't really thinking about like an emotion or anything. I was just kind of like putting out whatever was in my head, so it's hard for me to say that I'm emotionally invested in a song, because like when you write a lot of songs, you kind of love them all, and they're very different. And then like, let's say I write a song and then Danny puts lyrics over it or whatever. So like, I would be more emotionally invested in the music than the lyrics, because that's, his department. So it's really a bit of a tough question.
Even with the stuff you've written for Skiver?
Oh yeah, it's I don't know, it's just different, I guess.
Which finger do you cut off?
Essentially, yeah. Because I'm emotionally invested in all the songs would pretty much be my answer, because that's when you write something, you just you love it, so it's hard to say.
I do think Dance Floor Venom was one of my favorite songs coming out on the album, but in terms of emotional let us finish, come on!
Let us finish.
In terms of emotional investment, I would say, I'll just think of it in terms of the song that gives me the most like emotions and the most feeling is definitely Reckless Heart. That one, like it's gonna be so hard to like play it, because I just feel so. No, I meant emotionally, you dick. God. Try to show my human side, you're over here just like dildoing my ass about
you just
it.
made a lettuce joke.
No, seriously though, it's the lyrical content of that just really gets me every time, so I just have to binge listen to it until it has no emotions anymore, because it's just like it gets me. It gives me feels. It's one of our songs and it gives me feels.
That was a kind of depressing answer.
How's that a depressing answer? Because our own music makes me feel emotion?
No, because you said you have to listen to it until you're pretty much numb to it. That part's a little depressing.
Without being cryy.
I don't want to cry on stage, but I will if I have to. Don't you test me.
Well,
It's not a good show if somebody doesn't cry or bleed.
I can bleed all I want, but the crying game I don't play that often. I don't encourage you on bleeding.
it'll happen.
Jumps on a lot of shit. Yeah.
Who bleeds the most in the band?
I think I have the record right now, don't I?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I cut my finger open several times.
How many times have you had to clean blood off your guitar?
Over the course of being an Echo Black or over the course of me being a musician?
Being a musician.
A lot. A lot. I sold one of my guitars a while back that had a bunch of blood on it, and I got tired of cleaning it. It was my old Firebird.
Someone might be cloning.
So, well, maybe. Who knows? I mean, who wouldn't want to clone this?
I wouldn't want to buy a guitar with Felix's DNA.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
You could just tell people that was the paint job that was on it.
I could have, but I didn't.
Blood.
A lot of money one day.
Well, one day. Whoever's got it.
To be fair, someone is trying to sell Kanye West clone salami, so you know a Felix Skiver DNA guitar,
Blood guitar,
might be
yeah.
up there.
Have you ever actually had anything stolen from a show that you're worried is going to end up on eBay one day?
Not yet. Thankfully, let's keep it that way. I really don't want anything that I have stolen because I need it all.
Someone stole my hair straightener once.
I had an amp stolen when I was younger, but I haven't had anything stolen like in Echo Black. Getting an amp stolen is the worst.
We're pretty labely,
Yeah.
anal retentive about our stuff.
Yeah.
What's the worst stage nightmare you've had so far?
Stage what?
Stage nightmare.
Stage nightmare. Ooh. Well, Urban Plaza was pretty rough. We were like so excited to play open for the Vamps at Irving Plaza in New York, and it was just like, it's okay. We were unable to while we were on stage, and somebody must have jostled the computer while we were away from it, and we came back to it and like hit play to start the show, and there was just a off-tempo, just like blaring click in the house that no one could do anything about, and it was there for about a song and a half. And it was just probably the most like, naked in front of the class moment I've ever had, ever. It's pretty rough. It was pretty rough.
Why isn't Bill starting?
It was kind of tough. It was trying to play with two different tempos going on. I trying to figure out which one was the one for the song, and which one was the just accident. And
Random 120 beats per minute
so
tempo.
so like, eventually you figure it out by the way that like everything like the back track has sound effects and things, and muscle memory kicks in. And you kind of remember where things are, and then in the meantime you're playing and you have this other thing going on. It was really it was upsetting.
You're trying to ignore it, and you're watching everybody's faces because they know what's going on, but they're trying to ignore it as well.
Yeah.
We got them back. I mean, we got them back by the end of the show, but it was just
After
it was a rough moment.
Poison Apple, we got him back.
After Danny showed everyone his nipples.
Yep. All the time.
Danny walks off stage with his tank top on, comes back out with just the corset, and that was the loudest anyone screamed for
And
us.
all
at that
the
point.
ladies screamed. Yep.
They're great.
Every
was awesome.
person that ever listened to Vamps ever just screaming at Danny.
It's great. It worked. Yeah.
I know opening for Vamps was kind of like a bucket list thing for most of you guys, but do you have any other bands that you really want to play with?
All of them.
Yeah, all the bands. Yeah.
Every band.
Ever, if they're still touring, fuck it, if they're not touring,
Yeah,
I wanna
bring 'em back.
Tour with them.
Bring 'em back.
Anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody that I wouldn't. If there's somebody that we haven't toured with yet, we want to tour with them. Probably.
Yeah.
At least play a show.
Probably.
With them, or
At least play a
whatever,
show with them,
something
yeah,
like that.
for
I
sure.
mean,
More specific than that.
Why not?
I don't know. London Symphony Orchestra. I don't like.
Sure.
It,
Well, it comes down to like music fans are music fans, and if you come to them with, if somebody is going to a show to experience live music and you play well and quality in front of them, then they're gonna like it. So it doesn't really matter who you play before. Like we tour with people who play different styles than we do all the time, and it doesn't really affect.
Yeah, it's a
anything.
It's a confusing thing why shows and tours have to be genre
One specific
oriented
genre.
and things like that. It's kind of frustrating because most people I know who are musicians or music fans like a whole bunch of different styles of music. So why would you lump them together? I think it's kind of dumb.
Stupid. Stupid.
But I think if I had to pick like one artist or musician, I wouldn't necessarily. Well, I guess I would say play with, but I would love to work with the Algorithm. I think he does fantastic work. I think he would mesh well with us, and I would just like to do some work with him, like maybe like collab on a track or something, just to see what comes out. I think the synergy between the two of us would be pretty ridiculous.
There's so many great bands out right now. That's my answer every time. I mean, yeah, like you said, Extra Pan. There's, like I said, there's a lot of great bands. Nothing More is really good. In This Moment is really good. Love to do Emotionless in White kind of thing.
So pretty much that tour that just happened with Motionless Avatar.
Avatar, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, we would love to be on that one. Yeah, or at least I would have. I don't know.
Oh my god.
There's so many. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, there's so many like future opportunities and like so many good bands that are still coming out and that are around, that are like, I guess not only our contemporaries but just people who have been around and just are still making great music. That the possibilities of us playing with any of these bands are kind of endless. Not only because of touring statistics in general, but the way we sound. I mean, we have like songs ranging from Rob screaming in the mic to generally a power ballad. So we kind of go all over the place, and it depends,
Okay. Well, we have done so much shit with you guys in the past. There's so many links down in the description. Live photos from tonight. This last Skiver interview. And the time that Rob was in the Torch. I almost forgot about that.
The Skiver interview before that. The Skiver interview.
But aren't we on number three?
Yeah, 3.
There's only one that's actually a video, though.
Well, yeah, we have the online one, then the video one.
And then you guys did the Halloween edition.
The Halloween, oh my god, the Halloween edition. So we are on 4, yeah.
Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff.
That was a guess.
In case if this wasn't enough of them for you. Do you have any last words?
Thank you. Thanks for coming. She drove as much as we did to get here, which is pretty impressive.
And I brought a dog.
You brought a dog?
I brought a dog.
LJ is honestly the best, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly.
Please listen to our new album when it comes out.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. Pre-order it because it helps us.
Stream it,
Yeah.
or whatever, but listen to it.
Yeah, please listen.
Steal it.
Steal it, decide you like it, and then buy
And
a
then buy
shirt
it.
worth the amount of the. I don't care. Just listen to it. Yeah. I don't care. Just listen to it and tell me you did. Lie to me.
It's probably important to note, too, that after this interview, I won't have a dog, but Echo Black will.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
There's a dachshund on our bus. I swear it belongs to us.
It's a dachshund.
Fuck out of here. Get that dog in here right now. Yeah.
You go get your puppy. Can we get him some like little puppy earplugs and put him on stage with us?
Don't worry, I'll get him.
You can come over to the hotel afterwards if you want.
We're gonna see a hotel puppy.
Can I bring him treats? I don't have any, but I'll go get some. I don't care. I'd rather the dog.
Right over here.
I'd rather the dog have some dog biscuits than me eat on this tour. So let's just
Let's make it happen.
He eats gluten-free, though.
Is that by his choice or
My mom.
Is that a personal thing?
How do you find out your dog has celiacs?
Your dog aspirates literally everything.
Oh my god.
But I do that, too.
Oh, well.
If you remember.
Is this milk bone gluten free?
Yes. Are these bacon strips fair trade? You ever see that episode of The Simpsons where they have the vegan lion and it's just like bone thin and has no energy? It just like is barely alive. Yeah. I just think The Simpsons was good.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah. It's all anecdote.
Honestly, I could just let them keep going for as long as I have memory left on this camera.
Don't do that.
Rob could go longer than any of us.
We'll leave him here with the microphone.
Yeah, word, yeah.
He could entertain himself.
Enjoy yourself, Rob.
Who put a bop in the bop shoo wop who put a.
How can you miss someone you never met? I cringe thinking about the